Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I sculpted this little head of a flying fox. It's a new doll that I've made into a mold. I'll go through the process of, I originally used my Tasmanian tiger head that I sculpted previously. So I'm going to go through the process of changing that into a flying fox head. And the reason why I did that is because it provided a good base for a flying fox head instead of starting completely from scratch. So I thought that was a good idea. I already had it. I just picked out the eyes and then filled them in with while I'm using monster clay for this one. So because I am molding it and casting it, I am sculpting it in monster clay. I personally love sculpting with monster clay. It's my favorite sculpting medium, but it doesn't go hard, so it's really only good for either practicing or making molds of your sculpture. So I'm just basically filling in all the open bits with the monster clay, trying to get the head shape back to trying to get the head shape into a flying fox. So I've got some reference pictures on my computer next to me, and I'm just comparing the head shape to the references. I usually get a front view of the head, and I also get a side view of the head or a profile of the head to make sure that I am getting it all symmetrical and looking right. So basically just going over and smoothing everything out, trying to get that head shape correct. A really good tool is this little loop tool, or sort of like a rake tool. You can make them or you can buy them in, well, this one is from a pottery pack, which I find it really helpful, and they're really cheap when you get them in pottery packs. Or you can find them on eBay or your craft store or whatever. But if you want specialist tools like that little loop one you can see on the right there, you can get it at sort of more finer art stores or more fine art online stores, or you can actually make them as well, and I do plan on doing a video on that. I just have to get around to it. So basically the rake tool is really good for taking any clay that you want removed really smoothly, and it's also really good for smoothing out clay as well. Alright, so the eyes, what I normally do is I mark out where I want the eyes to be, and I usually use cabochons for the eyes, especially when I'm molding, so I can actually mold some glass eyes into the head. And I have a tutorial for that over in my shop, creaturesofnat.com, if you want to know how I do that. It comes in a video and a PDF format for something for everyone that likes different formats, whether it's reading or viewing it. So basically I make like a little eye socket out of some clay, so I can put the little cabochon on and make the eye, I guess. And then I go around and just clean up the edges or add any eyelids or anything, any little details like that with some clay. Again, just adding more clay and refining the process a bit more. So for the nose, I like to put a blob, I guess, of a roughly shaped nose, and then sort of just, I don't know, work it into the clay and remove any excess clay, and then I can start working on all the details like the nostrils or any shapes or anything like that, patterns for the nostrils. And I use a combination of this little needles tool and also the little loop tool that I pointed out before. So flying foxes have a little bit of a different nose than anything I've ever seen, so I ended up just carving out some of the details with that little loop tool. So I reckon I will probably leave the rest of the video to play out, because it's just a lot of sculpting and subtracting, carving and all that sort of thing, and detailing, so there's no point sort of explaining every single little thing. But yeah, I'll just leave it to play out. The molding process I have pictures over on my Patreon, as well as casting hands and feet. The hands for this sculpting this little flying fox will be over on my Patreon as well, so if you want to see how I sculpted them and see some behind the scene pictures of me molding and casting this, head over there. They're available for all tiers. The videos are available for my $5 and up tiers, and the link is in my description down below. If not, you can check me out on Instagram and Facebook at Creatures of Nat, and my shop at creaturesofnat.com, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.